Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Radio Works World. This is Julie. I am your happiness host, and I hope I got all those words in the right order. I need to say a really huge thank you to you all because something really amazing happened since I last spoke to you all, about a week ago. And the best way I can explain this is to show you. So thank you so much, because thank you to all of you lovely people. I am now an award-winning radio show host, which I think goes to prove if you want something badly enough, you can manifest it and make it happen. Because I promise all of you, it was, I think, precisely 16 days ago, I sat with a friend of mine who I make goal sessions with, and I wrote down one of my goals is that by the end of October, I was going to find a way to connect with the lovely Marina Nani, and I would get her to interview me and possibly let me have my own show. And 2 weeks to the day after I made that intention, I found myself receiving an award, which was a bit of a shock. I'm not the most comfortable person being visible, so bear with me. This is my first time on video, and I knew I'd been nominated, and I was sitting at this beautiful table listening to amazing people and telling their stories, and I was in awe of them. And it took me a while to realize that Marina was actually about to call my name, and I was going to have to get up on stage and talk to people that could see me. And it wasn't just a case of getting on stage. I was wearing 5-inch heels. I'm not very tall. I tend to spend most of my life in trainers. So for me, I'm almost more proud of climbing up on that stage without falling over than anything I've done so far this year. And it's been a pretty amazing year. And this is kind of what I want to share with you. And really, this show is just a time for me to say thank you and tell you how incredibly grateful I am for you all being here and taking time out to listen to me and to go vote for me, because people I knew said they got all kinds of confused and they couldn't find the right button. So you clearly went out of your way, and I really appreciate that. And it occurred to me a few days ago that I say, hi, I'm the happiness host and I'm a happiness coach. But I might not have told any of you what that means or what that does or how you get to be hired by me as a client. And when Marina suggested I speak today and said it was Awesome Tuesday, I was like, well, that's a pretty clear sign, because I'm an awesome coach and I'm looking for some awesome clients, and I know you're all out there. So I would like to speak to you about what I do and how I do it and how you can connect with me. Find out how in 6 weeks from now I can make you the happiest, shiniest, most awesome version of yourself, regardless of what's going on in your life. It doesn't matter how tall you are or how fat you are or how thin you are or how much money you have or don't have. 6 weeks, none of that will matter. You will just be happy and confident, and you will know you are fully supported by the universe and you can do anything you want to. So basically, if you'd like to work with me, which would be amazing, I tend to work with women in their 30s who are introverts, like myself. I'm clearly not in my 30s, but this is when I realized that I was starting to get stuck in my life. This doesn't mean I'm not grateful to all of you, and I'm sure you can all learn something from my advice and my adventures and what happens to me, but this is who I work with. And I have a 6-week program, which is broken down into little itty bitty steps, because that's how I learn. If you give me a whole lot of information at once, my inner 2-year-old goes, no, don't like it, can't do it, and I close down. So I wrote my program to work the way it worked for me. And it's exactly what I did to get myself from coming off a phone call like this and going, I spit pants, I haven't achieved any goals, I don't know what I want out of my life, and everything's a bit blur. And in 6 weeks, I turned that round to going, woohoo, it's the morning, I can get up and have another amazing day, and all kinds of great things are going to come to me. And they do, clearly, because I get to speak to you guys from my sofa with my massive vision board behind my head. So in the beginning, the first thing I will do is take you through a workbook to define what your happiness is. because everyone wants to be happy, but everyone has a different idea of what that is. And if you haven't pinpointed exactly what will make you happy, closer to achieving those things. And there's a big difference between what you believe will make you happy or what you've been taught will make you happy and what you find might think make you happy. And if the first thing that comes to mind is, oh, I want lots and lots of money, that's not what's going to make you happy. You need to work out why it is you want that money, how that money would change your life, and what difference it would make to you, because that's the underlying factor of your happiness. Once we get to a place where you understand what it is you want to be happy and how you're going to get there, then I will take you through a process of learning about gratitude, which I cannot stress enough that the more grateful you are, the more amazing things come to you. Easy things, everything is often a challenge, and quite often with each new opportunity comes something new to fear. But it's getting through that fear, it's facing everything and rising that will get you through that. And I promise you, I sat here on Sunday texting a friend of mine going, I've got to go to an award show and I'm going to have to be there, and there's like 100 people and I don't know anyone, and I'm really scared, and I'd quite like to stay in bed and just watch Strictly Come Dancing again and look at pretty dresses. But I know that's just my default setting of fear, and fear was programmed into us to protect us. It wasn't meant to stop us living, it was meant to keep us alive so we can go do the fun stuff. So I knew it was just fear, and I thought, okay, me and my fear are going to go to this award show because it's going to be amazing and I don't know what will happen. And I know Marina will agree with me. I sat there and I listened to the most incredible man speak, and called Forrest Willett speak, who blew my mind. And if you want to say, oh, I can't achieve my goals because I'm not well enough, or I don't have the money, or I can't do this, you need to Google this man and find out how extraordinary he is, because he was in an accident which left him unable to do anything. This was a man who had to learn to speak and read and walk again. He travels the world and teaches people the way they can improve their lives, and he gets to work with Jack Canfield. This is not someone who ever looked back on their past and went, oh, I can't do it, I'm giving up. There is nothing you cannot overcome if you want it enough. And I know, because I had all those things on me. I was told I wasn't good enough and I wasn't clever enough and I was too short. I have no idea what that's got to do with anything, but I was told a lot. Oh, you're short, you're fat, you're not very pretty, you're not very bright. I was told these things so often, I let myself believe them for a very long time. And then I decided that wasn't working for me, because all that got me was a life of beige and depression and blur. So I will take you through steps to teach you how to be more and more grateful for what you have. And I'm going to bore you with this. I cannot stress enough, the more grateful you are, the more you'll see around you to be grateful for, and the more the universe will bring you to be grateful for. And once we have you in a place where you know what your happiness is and you know where to be grateful and how often to do it, which is, then we'll take you through a slightly more challenging phase of forgiveness. And a wonderful man, whose name escapes you right now, but I will look it up for you, once said, it's here on my vision board, letting go gives us freedom, and freedom is the only condition of happiness. If you have resentment in your heart, you're never going to be happy. If you create space for joy in your heart, it will come, and it will come in abundance, because that's what your heart is for. Your heart is there to feel love and passion, excitement. It was never there to feel broken and stop you being happy and take you down a path of fear. It's not its job. Its job is to keep you going and fuel you with passion and excitement for all the wonderful things that will come to you. Come to when you let go all the forgiveness and all the resentment in your past. And I know that's not easy. I mean, I had to forgive a lot of people, a lot of stuff in my head. A lot of it's, it's just what you decide to believe. And you may have had truly horrible things happen to you at the hands of other people, and you may, with all your heart, feel that they don't deserve to be forgiven. And that may be so. That's not for me to judge. But I would ask you to consider that you don't forgive anyone because they deserve forgiveness. You forgive because you deserve peace. You deserve to live your life with hope and joy and passion, and that will come. And there are all kinds of ways we can get you through forgiveness. And sometimes it's an ongoing process. You might think, I've forgiven everyone. And a week later, you get on the bus and the driver throws you off because your Oyster card's empty. And you walk off going, everything's not fair, I didn't get on the bus. But, you have to forgive it and let it go. If you weren't able to forgive, that's what your heart's for, to help you forgive. Once we've managed to find out what your definition of happiness is, and we've learned how to be grateful, to open your heart and to fill it with joy and banish the forgiveness, then we move into teaching you how to love and appreciate yourself and to stop feeding the bad wolf. And I don't know if I've shared this analogy with you before. It's one of my favorites because it generally changed my life. You can find this on YouTube. There are all different versions. And it is allegedly comes from an old Cherokee legend where a young Indian boy asked his mother the difference between right and wrong and happiness and unhappiness and how you know what's right and wrong. And his grandfather told him that inside everyone there is two wolves. There's a good wolf and a bad wolf. And the good wolf is the one that whispers those dreams into your ear and says, you know what? It'd be really great to parachute out of an aeroplane. And it's the bad wolf that goes, you can't do that. You're too scared. You don't have enough confidence. Who do you think you are? You're never going to jump out of an aeroplane. And the little boy looked at his grandfather and he said, but which wolf wins? And his grandfather said, the one you feed. So all you have to do is feed the good wolf, starve the bad wolf. He's just there to bring you down. He's just that part of you that wants to stop you. And he doesn't do it out of meanness, although he can be quite mean. It's just fear. And again, fear was downloaded into us to protect us and keep us safe. We've just taken it to a whole new level, so it stops us doing everything. But, when we were programmed, fear was there to stop us getting eaten and getting chased by dinosaurs. It wasn't there to stop us going out and having fun and meeting new people and talking to strangers through an internet camera like I am. And trust me, I'm a new level of scared here. But and then having got you to a place where you know what your happiness is, you're grateful for everything you have around you, you have no more resentment in your heart, and you can listen to the good wolf and start to believe in yourself. And then we can set you goals and make an action plan. And I promise you, every single step you take will get you closer to your dream. And if you weren't meant to achieve your dream, it wouldn't have been given to you. The reason you have dreams is that's your soul speaking to you. That's the voice in you going, this is what you were here to do. This is why you dream it. And, I said, I remember a simple 2-year-old at heart. Walt Disney says, if you can dream it, you can be it. And Disney, most of the time, we won't go down in the rabbit hole of some of the things he's agreed with that we don't. But that's really all I have to share with you. If any of you are interested in learning how to be your absolutely amazing, awesome selves, I'm not going to teach you how to be perfect because I don't believe there's any such thing. No one's ever been perfect. No one ever will be. And I promise you, if you're thinking of the one person you know in your world and you think, oh, but she hasn't met blah, they're perfect. I promise they're not. I promise they're hiding things and faking things just like everyone else does to get by. So if you would like to come and work with me, which would be amazing, please get in touch with your email address. You can find me at letsfindjoynow@gmail.com. I will, by return email, send you a questionnaire. This is not to catch you out or trick you or to judge you. It's purely to find out if I'm the right coach for you, if we will work together, if we have the same learning and teaching combination of skills. And then we can book you in for a call, which will last between 60 minutes and 2 hours, depending on how much you need to tell me. Sign you up, join you to my program. I have some spaces available starting now. And 6 weeks from now, you might be on your own radio show, say blah, 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 you see? I can't even talk. You might be on your own station saying, hey, 6 weeks ago, I signed up for this program and it really did change my life. Worked for me. And because I'm, as I mentioned, I got an award from all of you, and I'm so grateful. And to share the gratitude and spread the joy. Anyone that emails me for questionnaire in say the next 24 hours, because I don't know where your time is, and time zones are not my best thing. If you get back to me in the next 24 hours, I will take £1,000 off the price of my program for you, for being here and listening to me and letting me waffle and tell you about how fabulous your life can be if you just open up your heart, accept joy, let go of forgiveness and resentment, and everything you want will come. And I think that's really all I have to say. Marina, can you think of anything I've missed out here? Hello, Marina's run off to make coffee. No, well, I'm going to have to keep talking to you then, my lovely people, as Marina's disappeared somewhere. And hats for the next party, I think. I also actually, because people ask me so often how I'm able to manifest everything I want in my life, you know, like a radio show and a tax rebate here and there and pretty much anything I want. So I have just written my own guide to manifesting. Again, it's a very short, concise guide, broken down into very simple steps. If you email me, I would love to send you one, regardless of if you're interested in working with me as a coach. I would love to share this with you. All you have to do is email me. It's letsfindjoy@gmail.com. Or you can simply find me on Facebook as Julie Lachtay Happiness Coaching. And I think I have run out of things to talk to you about right now. Marina, to come to my rescue.
Wow, Julie, I could listen to you forever, and you look fabulous. You are a totally transformed person. And you know, I don't know what it is, but it doesn't really matter what you know or who knows you. What really matters what you hold in your hand, and in your hand at the time of darkness.
In your hand.
And when you hold in your hand an award, because you've been chosen by our listeners and because you made an impact, a great impact in their life, what else do you need? I mean, you see, experiences are the type of tools where the universe makes you, sculpture you in a different way than you thought you are already. So what happened to you Sunday? You had to come out. You had to bring happiness out within, and you won. You won an award, but you won yourself. This is what had happened in reality. And I want to share this with our listeners. And I know a lot of people are listening right now. It is life. And life is not something you choose to have. It's a gift. It's a gift that was made to you, regardless of your choices. But then what happens? You start opening your eyes into what is available, and you start making choices. And the choices you are making are strictly linked to your experiences, to the experiences you are exposing yourself. And that experience of you walking on the red carpet done something for you that nobody can change ever, no matter what happens next. You'll always remember that you open a door that nobody can close again. Is the door to your own heart. This is exactly what happened to you, and I can see that.
And I walked up 5 flights of stairs in heels and I didn't fall over once.
And even if you
I'm
were
severely dyspraxic, this is an achievement. I think the award was for that.
You see, it is a new path. It is a new mindset which you are creating for yourself. And that is inspiring your listeners, it's inspiring your clients. And who can stop you, Julie, now? You tell me.
No one.
Not
No one
even
can stop
yourself.
that.
Not even yourself. So I'm so
No.
proud, happy with you. And I feel that now you have so much abundance that no matter how much you give to our listeners, to your clients, to the world, is never going to end. You are on a trail of glamour and happiness, and it's all down to your choices. I am very grateful you came into my life, and I really don't know. I don't need to know why or how, or all I can say is, wow, Julie, you are a masterpiece. From both of us, until next time, is goodbye.
Thank you, everyone.